Happy Friday. And also happy Women's International Day. So all women that have done progress, I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're being celebrated today. So today I want to share about a trial that is almost ending. This is about Ethan Crumbley's shooting, the 2021 Oxford school shooting. They've been in trial. His mother and his father have been in trial. So in this trial, there have been some information that is a little bit disturbing for me, because in a way it presents contradictory actions in terms of how a mother should behave, how a father should behave, and how parents should prevent disastrous things from happening, how parents should prevent horrendous things from happening, and also society should be a part of it too. Like, society should help parents keep it together, help parents raise responsible kids, and help parents stay responsible. So the biggest contradiction in terms of what happened to Ethan is that my child had some issues with his mouth. Ethan had 15 cavities. That's
heard the mom describing 13 cavities under his braces before he was taken to the dentist. Well,
almost like half his mouth full of cavities. In my case, one day my child came to me and he says, "Hey, I'm having a little bit of pain around this tooth that is kind of moving, and it's now misaligned a little bit." And I go, "Why didn't you tell me before? So we could have addressed it sooner." So at the time, I was working at the place where I was wrongfully terminated, and I said, "Let's get you an appointment, get you checked, and it's probably some surgery that needs to be done. Those teeth are pushing the other teeth, and so your mouth is becoming misaligned. So let's address it." And he says, "Yeah, whenever you can." And I go, and I'm going to different places because, like, all of a sudden, not everybody can take my kid. There are some issues with the plan. Even though this was a PPO plan, I was paying some of it. But still, like everything that happens with me, I go to places and it's like doors are almost closed in my face. Like, they see I'm in trouble, they see I need help, and it's not for me, it's for my kid. So still, "Oh, you cannot, we do not do that type of surgery." Or in another case, I need to go like to a general doctor, general dentist, and then they provide all the drama for my kid, and there's like cleaning that needs to be done, and then x-rays, more x-rays. And then they finally said, "Well, you can, we can provide braces over here." Is having issues because probably teeth are coming out. He has no space. So this doctor, her logic is, let's put braces so they are not misaligned, but forget about whatever is going to happen with all this drama thing and all this BS, and go, I don't want to put braces. I want my kid to have surgery so that the issue stops, right? Because life is supposed to be that way. Life is supposed to be about preventing things from getting worse. Life is supposed to be to help others feel less pain, to help others have a more pleasant life. Life is supposed to be about that, of making people a little bit happier or a little bit more comfortable with whatever the years they have in this world. So imagine my kid, if I'm going to be mistreating my kid and I'm putting braces, but still nothing is going to be done to the other teeth that are coming out, and those are going to cause some problems. I don't understand. For me, it's cruelty. But the people around me, that's what they want to enforce. They want to be cruel, they have rights to be cruel, and they will continue to be cruel. So, anyways, I said, okay, I want my kid to have surgery. They go, well, we cannot do it here. So can you refer me to some places? Well, we have some doctors, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, I needed to go around, check here and there. And at the time, because I was working, I needed to check that I would have time. And also he was in school. Everything, whatever the meeting was, it was not gonna be an issue for his time in school and for my time at work. So we finally get like a pre-surgery interview. They took more x-rays of his mouth and they gave me a plan. They said, we can do this, either the bottom, upper part, everything, and these are our prices. I said, okay, so let's go with this plan. And so I was working and I was paying part of the dental plan. I'm not going to have any issues. I mean, I already had issues with the way people treat me. Like they treat me like an object, like I have no feelings, like I don't care for my kid, like this is nothing important, right? So I need to talk and talk and talk and talk and try to bring some logic, because these people, I don't know, it's like they hate me. Again, everything around here is like I'm being hated. The doctor that is gonna see him, it's not here. He comes just a few days over a month, and then you will need to wait until a couple of months to have your kid be seen by that doctor and go through surgery. So I said, fine. And in my head, right, in my future, in my near future, I'm thinking everything's gonna go well. So here I am, doing my best to help my kid. What happened? Before surgery, I'm wrongfully terminated. So now I need to pay for like a year or a year and a half because I needed a payment plan. It's a mess. I mean, that's another burden that I have right now when my income is not reliable. My income is not stable. And like today, I tried to go out and all of a sudden I could do just one trip. And I've been hours out. And all of a sudden the GPS is putting me, again, it's doing the same thing that it did when I was in the food deliveries. I'm in a place and the GPS puts me in another place. So what happens? All of a sudden, the request is canceled. It disappears. And sometimes, even when I'm driving to the place, I know more or less where the place is. Even though I'm going to that place, suddenly I don't have it anymore. It disappears. So it's like there's something that controls the darn connection. That's how the way I feel. So here you have this mother who, by the way, one of the things in the case that is being talked about, the kid shared a letter with somebody in school, with a counselor. And the counselor asked parents to come to school. And the counselor was like, hey, your kid needs help. Your kid needs help from you, and he's asking for help. So the mother, what's been shown in her trial, the mother had a lover. And on that day, she had a meeting with a lover. And so it was like, okay, she went to the school council meeting, but then was forget about it. I'm going to see my lover. I don't understand. I don't understand. In that sense, women, they have children, and then what? It's like their child's life doesn't matter, or the women's life is number one, number two, and number three. When you're a mother, your life is number two. Your kids are number one. So I don't understand. And for example, I have not been into a romantic relationship since 2012. And I'm not interested in a romantic relationship because I look like shit and I feel like shit. I don't think a good man will notice me, let alone a good man will want to get to know me, because that's how my life is. Like, sometimes I don't think this is the right thing for me. I'm not going to commit suicide for sure, because that's what I think the people that hate me want me to do: commit suicide, so they don't have blood in their hands. But I'm not gonna do that. I know my life has value. Even though I look like shit, I feel like shit, but my life has value. And I still have many things to offer. In terms of the health community, in terms of employment, I'm still employable. So, in her trial, it was shown that she had a lover, and her lover was more important than Ethan's issues. And I've been through a lot. And I've been through a lot alone. I took care of my mother, and her health was deteriorating, and mine was deteriorating. And I still gave my best to take care of her. And all of a sudden I was losing my energy, and I felt like there was nothing more to do. His father was like, I need to do talking about food delivery. So his father was like, I need to do some food delivery. I cannot address this right now. These are days before Ethan committed the shooting. So one of the things, because it was food delivery, that this lawyer on his trial, he goes, the the lawyer says, his father, I forgot his name, so Mr. Crumbley, could have taken Ethan with him. And that's exactly what I did with my kid. Sometimes my kid asks me, hey, can I go with you? And so, and I can help you? Most of the time he will fall asleep during the rides. But many times we sat waiting for orders to come, and we talked. We talked about many things. Like, truthfully, I want my kid to be a responsible, honest human being, a productive human being. Although our surroundings are not the best, and I know that sometimes and try to get him to see how things are supposed to be done. But like, some people love this shit. Some people, sometimes it feels like shit is so good that we need to still be thankful for the shit and still want more shit. And I've said it many times. I don't want to fight for this place. I don't want to fight for the people around me. I don't want to fight with people around me. Why would I need to fight for shit? Like, what is the point of fighting with people that want you dead? What is the point of fighting with people that want to destroy you? I mean, you fight for things that matter. But if a person has in his or her head that somebody needs to be destroyed, and they forget about what that person, or I should better say, who that person is, what's that person's background, they forget about doing all that stuff. And it's just, yeah, let's destroy. Like robots. Like totally empty vases. Their souls have been taken away from their bodies, and it's like a satanic cult has possessed them. They only have one idea and forget about how God has treated us. They just want to destroy. And the thing is that, you know how many perverts are around the world? But they are hunting for me. They are trying to catch me. They're full of shit. There's nothing philosophical that you can take out of them to see progress. To see something that humanity or civilization can look as something to be proud of, as something that can elevate our sense of being. So I don't know what's in their head. And here I am watching the trial, of these two adults. So how many school shootings do we need to have? And the thing is that school shootings are done by other kids. So it's part of society's issues. Yes, there are the parents, but what about the people that surround the parents? And what about the school? I've been grateful from my kids' school. Some teachers have been seriously disturbing, but most, thank God, have taken care of my kid. And I'm grateful for them. And that's why I cannot commit suicide. Because I still think there's good. That this place, is not that worthless. Even though people, or the group, some people, or like some people, considers me worthless. But I know that there are few that do not. And that's my only hope in just a few. Because I don't know why in the world, for doing whatever they wanted you to do. Like I said, I was wrongfully terminated while I was being gaslighted. Where's the logic of that? And over here, there's something about making it impossible for me to get healthcare so that I can live with dignity, so that I cannot live objectified like I am right now, so that people can understand that, what's the deal with mistreating others? What's the deal with destroying another person's life? Like, what's the deal? You want to have more shit? Because that's what you're doing. People that destroy other people, those are the ones who are worthless. So, if you just have a few that are good and you want to destroy that goodness, let's put it that way, what are you going to be left with? A world that is worthless. So I would understand how an asteroid or some would blow us all up. Because we are doing it all wrong. And it's like they're fighting for what? To own the world? The world is nobody's. The world is not even mine. My kid is not mine. And I have done and continue to do everything in my power to make him grow up healthy. But he's not mine. He's not my property. And the piece of space, this is not mine either. Why didn't you destroy um why didn't you destroy Sam Little? Sam Little. Why didn't you destroy Joseph D'Angelo? Why didn't you destroy Ted Bundy? Individuals that cause a lot of suffering. Why do you need to destroy people like me? Like, I have no sense of ownership towards others. Why you want to destroy me? If I'm not after you, I don't want to own you. I don't want to control you. I don't want to be surrounded by shit. I don't want to fight for shit.